my God, what is he doing? What is he doing? Go ahead. I didn't know you could move like that. He is funny. Well, I'm ready to go home. Shit. Enough with the antics. Whew. All right now. So, I mean, yes, I know what you have been up to over these past years dealing with your love life. Now, my thing is, I don't understand why you think that I would care. I would care about that. You know, my thing is that you knew how motherfuckers was going to treat you. So you did what you did. I didn't know how I didn't know they was going to be out here acting crazy and all type of shit like that. I ain't had no help. Let me take this out. I ain't had no help. I ain't had no nothing. My thing is that if I knew I was capable of that shit, I would have did the same fucking thing. So I know that you felt uneasy about me knowing that, about telling me that. My thing is that I know why you did it. You know, I was wondering why them bitches just kept popping up. I'm just like, why do it seem like these bitches want my attention? They just keep popping up. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then it's kind of like the vibes that I felt from them. And I'm just like, I know they not trying to come for me because, I don't fucking know them. I don't know them. It's just giving like Mean Girls. It's just giving like petty. It's giving like trying to be bullies and shit like that. Like, and my thing is, these bitches, some of them got kids and some of them married and all this shit. And they trying to fuck with me because they still in love with your ass. Yes, sir. I tell you, the opposition be opping like a motherfucker. Niggas do that shit to me too. Got whole fucking families and shit. And they still worried about me. Still feel some type of way about who the fuck I'm messing with and all that type of shit. I know. We in the same boat. I get it. I wish that I knew to do what you did. I feel like I would have had less problems. But even still, them bitches they still on that shit. Damn, I tell you, boy, you can have everything. And your ass don't be fucking happy. God. And you know, I ain't trying to judge because I understand the lifestyle. You got to stay looking fresh and all that type of shit. But whatever. You see, they got more resources to work with because half of them bitches done got surgery. You know, my thing is that I understand the lifestyle. You know, I don't really care. Even if I was in that lifestyle, I don't think I would be on that shit. But that's why I didn't want to fuck with none of that shit, you know. I don't want to be like other people. I don't want to do what other people doing, especially when it comes to my body. My thing is that if you want to get surgery, then get surgery. But I'm going to always encourage people to take the healthier route, you know. One thing that I know is that when it comes to an easy fix, you start depending on things to make life easier, to the point to where when shit get hard and you have no choice but to deal with it, you can't deal with it because you ain't had no practice, because everything just came so easy. I was wondering, and my thing is that these bitches been watching me over the years. You know, like, shit started hitting me and I start just connecting dots and shit, and I'm just like, oh, whatever. You know, that's why I be telling people, do not idolize celebrities and famous people, because they're people too, and they're just as fucked up, you know, if not more, because the pressure is on them more, you know. But I'm just saying, well, damn. Well, nigga, you need to use some of that shit. You need to use some of them tactics on some of my goddamn exes. Now the thing is that, you know, you got a lot of people in the entertainment business. You know what I'm saying? That you dealt with. You know, I got them all over the place. I got regular niggas, gangster niggas. You know, I got black, white, I got all types. You know, they're all over the place. Politicians, fucking geniuses, millionaires and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? They all over the place. But now you understand that it's based around mentality. You know, it's not necessarily based around, you know, what industry or occupation. You kept yourself like in that box. You know, I came out of that box. Not with everybody that you've been with, you know. But don't get caught up in these fucking hitting ass love wars. You know, you move the hell on. You have an unforgettable effect on people. You know, best believe them bitches been watching your every move ever since you done broke up with them. They done tried to stay, you know, I'm just like, what is it? Why do I feel like it's a whole bunch of old ass bitches? And it's kind of like, they sitting up here, it's like, I don't know, motherfuckers need to get fucked. I bet you ain't nobody fucked them like you done fucked them neither. And I feel like that's a big problem. That's why they can't let go. I understand that too. So, you know, we got a lot in common, you know, in many different ways. My thing is that you've been physical. I haven't been physical, you know. Some of them I have been physical with, but a lot of it is really like energy exchange. So, you know, it's like we are so reflective to one another in just like different ways. You know, we're pretty much the same but different. I know that you have been the reason. I know that you've been the reason. You know, you done kept me hidden for a while. You know, my brain is optimistic, right? So I tell myself, he already knew years ago who I was to him. But he wanted to be out here and he wanted to play the field. And he wanted to keep me at a certain level. You wanted to hold me back. And you had help with doing that. Because you knew eventually you was going to come for me. But now you feel bad because it's kind of like, you know, like now what? And then on top of that, you've been unsure about me because you know, you've been fighting in the spirit with those women because they have not let you go. So in between, you've been trying to punish me too because you've been mistaking me for them. And then some of the people that you have been working with who's a little more knowledgeable of what's going on, you know, they see what I got going on. So, you know, they too trying to confuse you, keep you confused and keep us apart. You know? So now it just feels like one fucking big ass mess. My thing is, it is what it is. Through everything, you know, my greatest gift was learning from everything in which that I have been through. Rather you had something to deal with it, or rather you didn't. But a lot of those people worked against you behind your back, and you trusted those people. So you're dealing with a lot of guilt when it comes to me. And that's why you got boundaries between us too, because you're telling me things very slowly. I'm being enlightened about things very slowly, but I mean, I don't know what to think. Everything has just made me stronger. So, I mean, I don't know. So, I mean, I don't know. I just don't want some of the same things that I used to want. And you feel bad too, because you was about to do something. You see, you don't fully know who you are. Because you see two motherfuckers been getting on you and benefiting from you. And other people feel guilty too. Other people feel guilty too. But nobody has the heart to say sorry. Nobody has the heart to come to me, because, I mean, they've been exposed. I know. I mirror I hold that mirror up to motherfuckers. Stop looking at me. Stop watching me. Stop projecting onto me. You don't know me. You don't have my gifts. You don't know. And I know you done hear motherfuckers be like, well, why she not further than what she's supposed to be? Well, if I hadn't been where I am, I wouldn't be able to explore my spiritual gifts. One thing in which that they don't understand is that in the Bible, it says you're supposed to use your talents, but what they don't tell you is that sometimes your talents can work against your purpose. It's a lot of people out here who are misled within their life, and they're trying to figure out why their life turned out the way in which that it did. Why is it that I love this man so fucking much, but I wasn't willing to make myself vulnerable to him? And instead of breaking down and just being honest and surrendering myself to him, I want to go out here and make him jealous, because it's really going to hurt me and affect me and make me go crazy to see him with somebody else. So let me go out here and get with this man and show this man all this love and do this and do this and do that. And I'm trying to tell you, with the mentality of that industry, it's all about the look. Motherfuckers got real issues behind the scenes, right? But it's like, I don't want them. I don't want him to know that life is not good. Like, I still haven't let him go. I still can't recover. And a lot of the times they want to blame you. And you need to take responsibility too, because you like when women act crazy. You like toxic because that's what you used to. I don't think you started off that way. You ain't start off toxic. When you start fucking around in that industry, that's when you seen how toxic these women were. And it made you feel good, because a lot of these bitches that you done grown up watching on TV, now you in that industry and you got all this emotional control over them, making yourself feel like the man. I totally fucking get it. I get it. You like the shit, I don't. I don't like when these men act crazy, because they act fucking crazy. They act fucking crazy. And I know some other secrets going on too, but I'm not going to expose that. You just need to understand that I know why you did it. You was protecting your heart and your peace of mind. because you knew that they was damn sure gonna try to steal it. And they thought that they was stealing it, but they don't know that you're the mastermind behind a lot of shit. Bravo. If that ain't talent, baby, I don't know what it is. I don't know what the fuck is. You know. But in between there, because you start fucking with them spiritualists too, you know, you start losing the truth, because you ain't know that they was fucking around. It's a crazy ass world out this motherfucker. I know. We all got a dark side. We all got a light side. My thing is that, like I keep telling people, I don't play around in that shit. I don't have to, because I know my anointing and I'm very confident in it. You know? So, you know, then on top of that, you know, I done had my spirit guides, you know, I done been sat down many a times. Because even when I've been tempted in my earlier days with discovering certain things, I've been tempted to get into that shit. You know, God kept reminding me, that's not you, that's not your heart. Your heart is pure, and I'm going to help you keep it pure, because you chose me. Not to say that just because you dipping into the darker arts that God is not with you. You know what I'm saying? But it's kind of like, you know, you depend more on your skills to do God, to do what God would do for you. So if you think about it, that interferes with faith building. And so that interferes with confidence. You know, people who got more than me, the one thing that they be intimidated by is my confidence. Because, I mean, people are so ready to throw in my face what they got and what I don't got. You know, people are so ready to judge me and have just so much to say. But I mean, it's gotten to a point to where, you know, you don't know, you don't have no idea, you just as dumb as a block of bricks, you know. So I mean, then on top of that, you know, consciously, you know, I'm higher than a lot of people, so I can't, you know, I can't stoop to their level, because they just don't know no better. And then on top of that, I'm healed in a way that most people, they're not, and they don't know, you know. I know that I'm an easy target. I mean, I don't give a fuck. I've been doing that shit for years, you know. Motherfuckers don't understand. My childhood prepped me very well for the rest of my life. You know, if I didn't break free from my childhood and the trauma of my childhood, then I would be just like everybody else. Trying to do what everybody else doing, trying to keep up. I would be one of them bitches out here. You know what I'm saying? This is why I thank God that even with my struggles, I thank God that I am who I am, and my life has been what it's been. I know you want to come in and make my life better, but there's more that needs to happen between us. There's more communication, because there's still more that you need to tell me that you're not telling me. thing is I'm pretty sure some of it I done already spoke on, so it's like that I know more than you just don't want to throw it on me too thick. Then on top of that, you're worried about what I'm going to think about you. Then you're worried about, is it going to mess up between me and you? It definitely fucks with the trust. But I mean, I gotta talk to God about it. That's all I can